This is Home to All, an all-inclusive real estate podcast with your host, Nicholas Acosta. Nick sits down with guests to talk about real estate and how it works. Reach him at downtown.expert on Facebook and Instagram, or his website, www.downtown.expert, or call or text him at 407-508-8809. Enjoy the episode.
Good Sunday afternoon to everybody. This is Nicholas Acosta, host of the podcast Home to All, an all-inclusive real estate podcast, coming to you live from beautiful downtown Orlando, Florida, right across the street from Lake Eola Park. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I know I was supposed to be joining you on Friday, but a lot's been going on since then. As you guys notice, some upgrades now coming to our condo behind me. This TV monitor there. Thank you to Jordan and Chris and the team over there at High Five Marketing here in Orlando, Florida, for putting the animation together. This Friday coming, I will be out and about in Orlando. You'll see me with Lee and also a small film crew, lighting, microphone, camera crew. We're going to be filming my latest TV commercial for the brokerage, Downtown Expert Realty LLC. As you guys see behind me, that animation was created by them. I have it playing on a loop on the monitor behind me. But yeah, so anyways, I wanted to give you guys that update. That's what I've been working on. Actually, Lee and I were out and about in Orlando putting another additional wardrobe together for that project. And that will be, like I said, taped, filmed this coming Friday in downtown Orlando. All right, so anyways, anytime you guys want to check out the brokerage, you can go to downtown.expert, and you can see our website over here. I'm going to pull that up for you guys with the new logo up there. This wallpaper up here is going to be above it. As you guys see, it will be updated shortly. But I wanted to say that. Anyway, so let's get down to business here, weekly update. So just want to let you know that, like I said last week, the condo market softening. However, the trend is for 2021 for the real estate market to continue to boom like it did in 2020, despite the pandemic that we are experiencing in the world today. 2021 is on pace still to be just as vibrant as 2020 was. For instance, I have a buyer of mine that I sold their house last year in record time, but that particular person was looking at a house that she was interested in, and unfortunately, because our inventory is still low, right now that property went under contract before we could even schedule an appointment. Actually, we weren't even granted an appointment because they had already had 3 or 4 offers on the table. So the market is still hot right now, and also that inventory is low. My personal opinion is that any house, just because we have low inventory does not mean that you can't look for opportunities with your buyers. If there's a buyer that likes a particular house, it never hurts to reach out to an owner of a house and see if they want to sell it, because to let them know that you have a buyer, that a pre-approved buyer, once you do have that pre-approved buyer that's interested in buying your home. So you never know. It doesn't hurt to ask, is basically what I'm saying. Just because it's not on the market or not going on the market does not mean it's not available to be able to be negotiated to sell. Okay? So that's my bits of information here today. I'm going to share with you a couple things today, guys out there and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be I'm sorry, there's a pop-up here. I apologize, guys. Hold on one second. I'm going to get you to the screen, which will be pretty quick. So I'm just going to put this back here. Let me share the screen with you guys. This is the Orange Observer, and I'm going to pull this up here. All right. So this is orangeobserver.com. We're talking about, this is their information. This is where I'm getting the data. Forecast 2021, as mentioned earlier, new year, hot real estate market, despite what's going on, like I said, for the challenges of 2020 with the coronavirus pandemic. We are on track for a amazing year in 2021 as well. Yeah, everybody feared, as it's mentioned here in this article, and everyone knows this, we feared that this was going to be a repeat of 2008 with the Great Recession, where a bunch of foreclosures were happening and prices were falling. But, I think we took it differently this time, that we as humans learned from that in 2008, and I guess also because more regulations, I would want to say, since they're in place, we fared through this downturn with the pandemic better than we did in 2008, because we've already have been through a situation where a bunch of homes went into foreclosure. And of course, location is because we live in Florida. We are a state with a luxury lifestyle here. It's a vacation experience in Florida for us. It's not like another state. I don't know, for example, but we're not in the weather right now where it's snowing or there's a blizzard. It's nice and pleasant outside. It's not cold or hot. It's in between. But anyways, that's another thing. The theme parks, for example, let me just stop sharing this. I was just reading an article. Lee and I are Universal Studios pass holders, and I was just looking at an article about how the theme parks are actually doing really well throughout this pandemic, despite their, decrease in attendance or ticket purchases in the past. But they're actually doing really well through this process. And come on, we live in beautiful Florida, and why wouldn't you want to come here to buy a primary home or a vacation home or a real estate investment property? It's a great place to live, great place to visit, and a great place to have as your primary home or your secondary home or your third home, whatever it may be. So just remember that just because the pandemic is going on right now, basically what I'm saying is that the real estate market is still booming here in Florida. And I will tell you right now, I look at my database every day and I make calls to my leads, and buyers are coming from all over the country, all over the world to live in Florida. Maybe some people up north are tired of the winters and would like to have pleasant, beautiful weather like we do in Florida. I know it can get hot, but would you rather have it really hot outside, or would you have a blizzard? I mean, granted, we do have hurricanes from time to time, but for the most part, they're usually just tropical depressions that hit Florida. Although we've had a couple, very serious hurricanes that have caused damage and fatalities, unfortunately. But anyways, so with that, I just want to let you know that's where we're at. Condos here in our building, they're still continuing. The condo market is faring different than housing or like single family homes. But the only reason I see that trend happening is because of the lockdown that we had, and some buildings had amenities stripped from them, or not stripped, but temporarily closed for legal reasons and safety reasons. I think a lot more people are looking now to leave their condos and buy houses. But don't get me wrong here. We live in a very desirable condo building in downtown Orlando. And the condo that Lee and I own here at the Via Lake Eola is highly desirable. We have people visiting us from time to time, like the marketing crew that did that logo back there behind me, and nothing but compliments about these condos here at the Via Lake Eola. It's an amazing building, great security, and great property management. So, anyways, just wanted to let you know that. So, but there is still a trend for more people to have houses, single-family homes versus condos, because of the control factor. If you have your own home, touching on this point here is that if you have your own home, you could have a pool potentially if there's room for a pool, or if you already have a house that came with a pool, that you don't have any restrictions like you would have if you lived in a condo or an apartment building where the amenities could be temporarily closed for safety reasons because of a pandemic such as the coronavirus. So with that, yeah, so it's, trends are changing, and also people are looking for, bigger homes versus their smaller homes because they can want more space to have an office in their home. Things like, let's see, what else is there besides that? And you don't necessarily have to live close to work anymore because a lot of jobs now have converted over to remote working, remote access to work. So you can pretty much live anywhere if you have a job that is from home or, a remote job. You can work from home anywhere in the state or other states. So I think that's going to be the trend as people go to help people out during the coronavirus pandemic. People will end up selling their homes in Florida, which would give us more inventory, one. And two, we will also have more options for our buyers that come to the state because those properties will be freed up as people decide to move from, across the state or to other states in the country. So, all right. So that's pretty much it. I know want to just make sure I gave you guys an update. I'm just really, really proud of High Five, the marketing team over there, Jordan and Chris and all the other team members over there that helped put that animation together. That's going to be part of my new TV spot. And I got this actually here. I've been going over this today. This is my script for the show, or for the TV spot. And I'm just going over it. And we're going to actually film a 15-second and a 30-second spot. It's going to be really awesome. I'm not going to share any details because I don't want to, give any spoilers away. But I wanted to mention, too, before we go, we're talking about the Orlando real estate market trends. Basically, our real estate market here, we're up 7.1% since 2020. And the average sale price is about 163. What is that? Up $284,000 is the average sales price in the Orlando market right now. That's gone up. Like I said, 7.1% since last year. So that's pretty awesome news that we're still trending in the right direction. And it is always my advice is that owning real estate is more feasible than having your money in a savings account with a interest rate. You get more for your money with real estate than you do for a savings account. Not that you shouldn't save. I am a very big proponent about saving money as well, and I'm sure the banks have great options for you. But as a real estate broker here, and also as a consumer, I was always taught by my late father and my late grandfather, who always invested in real estate, that you get your best return on real estate. If you get more back you don't depreciate like you would, like if it was an automobile, for instance. Okay. We're talking about COVID here and the impact on the housing market in Orlando. Let's say, it says that we've seen it improve by 4% compared to February of 2019. Just in case everybody forgot, tomorrow is February 1st, like myself. And this amazing profession that I'm in real estate, you tend to, obviously you keep track of dates for closings, the timeline for your buyers and sellers, to keep track of your dates and organize to make sure you don't miss your deadlines for certain documents and certain parts of the transaction. However, in the real estate market and real estate business, you do forget what day of the week it is and what the date is sometimes, because we are, I have time for my family. However, there are times where we get calls or text messages or alerts from our database saying that somebody's looking at a property, and therefore we lose track of time and lose track of the day. So that's a little humor there. Anyhow, so things are looking up, and we're continuing on this positive trend here in real estate. It is obviously people are always concerned about what's going on in the world and the effects. Now that we're past the election process in the U.S., things have kind of settled down, and it looks like as consumer confidence rebuilds, I think we will trend in the direction of continuing on with the success we were having in real estate. To date, myself in my brokerage, so far as a new broker, I alone and myself, I've got other numbers for my associates, of course. They're doing phenomenal work as well. We got Melissa Bricktells, Rachel Gorman, Sandy Rodman and Nicholas Mora. And as we know, we have coverage here in the Orlando area, which includes all the way out to Seminole County to Daytona Beach. We have coverage in northern Pinellas, southern Pasco, where Rachel is, and mid to southern Pinellas, where Rachel's mother, Sandy Rodman, is, and the Nicholas Mora, who is in the Sarasota Bradenton market, but also covers down to the Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda area, Englewood, and coming soon. The team over there in the Sarasota, Bradenton, Sarasota County, Manatee County market have asked me as a broker to tap into the Lee County market. So we are going to be expanding down to Lee County and then eventually down to Naples, Florida, and go after those markets. So we're continuing to grow as a brokerage and an amazing team, 5 of us, including myself, and more to come to the brokerage in the next few months. So just wanted to say thank you guys for all your support out there, for putting your faith and trust in me here in 2020 and to 2021. And very, very grateful for that as we grow and grow together. So, I want to just let you guys know one last, according to Realty Track, this is data that I wanted to share with you guys. Pre-foreclosures are down 61.9% from last month and down 91.3% from last year. And then bank-owned foreclosures are down 125% from last month and 82.7% from last year. And this is in the Orlando, Florida market that I'm talking about here. There's some reason to live here in Orlando. We know where Orlando itself in the city is called the City Beautiful. We are the destination for theme parks around the world. We have Universal, we have Walt Disney World, and many others, for instance, like SeaWorld. And we're growing, and the interstate infrastructure is improving here. Seems like every day we go out on the interstate to drive somewhere, they're getting closer and closer to getting the express lanes. I know in construction on the road takes time, but they are doing a phenomenal job of getting closer to the day when they open up the express lanes on I-4. We do have the Sunrail downtown Orlando. It goes all the way out to, Point Siena, and all the way over to Sanford area. It's a great service, reasonable price. We ride it from time to time quite a bit. As of right now, I believe they still do not have weekend service. But I did talk to somebody like a Sunrail customer service agent that was on one of the platforms out there, stating that there are plans in the future to have weekend service. But also, if you didn't want weekend service, they said to reach out to Sunrail directly and keep calling them and keep requesting that you want weekend service so that they can go ahead and implement that sooner. So that is some awesome news. So we have access to that. And we have our great beaches in Pinellas, St. Pete. Then we got Tampa. Then you have Daytona, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and I said Fort Myers. And like I said, the Lee County area of Florida, which is Fort Myers, Cape Coral, that section, it's not part of, we're not board members there yet, but I will be reaching out to them tomorrow or the next day and getting that lined up. Because like I said, I have associates down in the Sarasota, Manatee County areas that are requesting that our brokerage tap into those areas and those sections of Florida. So we are continuing to grow, everybody, and I really do appreciate that. And I really do appreciate you watching the podcast, listening to the podcast today, home to all inclusive real estate podcasts. Just let's keep on going and keep being progressive in this world, and keep fighting for equal rights and for everyone. True inclusion, tearing walls down, not putting walls up, loving everyone around you, being courteous and kind, and respectful to our fellow mankind. Thank you guys again for joining us. Again, thank you to the team over there at High Five, Jordan, Chris, and the rest of the team for getting this logo or animation put together. I wanted to debut this on my podcast today, like I am, and I wanted to make sure everybody could see this. And like I said, always, if you see Lee or myself or the crew this week on Friday or on or about downtown Orlando, the filming will start here where we live at the View Lake Eola, and then around the city in downtown. You'll see us at quite a few different places. So come say hello, and we'll see you guys out there. All right. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will join you hopefully on Friday again. If not, I'll catch you up on the weekend in case. Actually, probably we'll do Friday evening or something after to give you an update of what's going on with the commercial and all that stuff. And yeah, you guys, great audience, and subscribe to this podcast, download it, listen today. I'll see you guys out and about this week and Friday especially. Have a good Sunday and a good week ahead. Take care, and God bless everybody. Thank you.
This has been Home to All, an all-inclusive real estate podcast. Find Nick on Facebook and Instagram at downtown.expert, and also his website, www.downtown.expert, or call or text him at 407-508-8809. Thanks for listening.
Instead of spending hours or even days looking for your new home, let a Downtown Central Florida expert guide you. Hi, I'm Nicholas Acosta, and I'm here to welcome you home. Being a Florida native, I know how exciting, convenient, and stylish the downtown Florida lifestyle is. Whether you're entertaining your guests or enjoying the views, Central Florida downtown has a lot to offer you and your family. Buying, selling, or investing, I'm your Downtown Central Florida expert.